Yo, so it took Qatar close to a decade to prepare itself for the just ended World Cup. Now, before the World Cup was announced to be held in Qatar here, I'm not sure Qatar recruited more workers like they did after they won the bid, because at a point in time nobody even wanted to listen to this country, because it was just like this big, the size, I mean, and people didn't even give attention to it. But after they won the bid, yes, now the whole world channeled their attention onto Qatar. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the new updates about job in Qatar here. Now, if you've been planning to come to Qatar in recent times after the World Cup, I don't know if you've realized well, maybe this is your first time coming to Qatar, of course. But for those of us here, we listen to people's story, people who want to come to Qatar here, and it's like the kind of stories they tell us is a bit tight and a bit scarier than what we went through when we were coming here. Because when we were coming here, the jobs were there, companies were recruiting here and there, back and forth. But it's like after the World Cup, jobs are on the low here. There are still some jobs that you can find around, but they wouldn't come by easily, So yeah, in this video, basically, we're going to talk about the fact that there are less jobs around here after the World Cup, and it's also because now we are approaching the Ramadan. We are approaching Ramadan, right? So it's just like 2 to 3 weeks away from now. Now, okay, so this is away from the job that I'm talking about. So I'm sure on the internet, many people might think there are still jobs in Qatar. Now, let me tell you one thing about Qatar. If you don't know, they control the media over here. Now, some people might say it's not good, but if you sit down and you analyze it, you realize this is a good thing. Because listen, you sell yourself out there, you expose yourself out there, and you expect people not to talk about you. I'm not even here to talk about Africa. Everyone knows that Africa is a poor country. Just because we tell people we are poor, we show them the bad side of Africa. Qatar is not going to do that. They're not going to show you that they are poor, of course, which they are not. But I'm talking about the things you see outside there, the flashy things. These are the only things that they will tell you, and this has helped their branding. This has helped them to go a long way, as a matter of fact. So it's just like that. Sometimes we just need to protect our brand, protect ourselves, be careful with what you tell people out there. Because mind you might never know when you become a public figure or national, sensation or something like that. So that is just about that. So just like I was saying, jobs in Qatar here are on a low. Ever since the World Cup came to an end, it came to a halt. People are struggling to get jobs. Myself, I have about 3 agents that I spoke with, and they told me that currently there are no serious recruitment going on around here, because the Ramadan is also approaching, right? So, but then again, there are some few companies there are some few organizations that are employing, like I said this, and some of my friends don't agree with me, like professions like doctors, managers, supervisors, hotel managers, hotel supervisors. So these are the kind of jobs that are on a high recruitment now, rather than the construction field and all of that. Because trust me, for the past 10 years Qatar was building its country just to prepare themselves for the World Cup. So now that the World Cup it's finally over, most of the construction guys are not here. Even most of my friends who were working as safety officers at construction fields, most of them has to switch and find themselves another profession. Not profession, another job that suits their profession, just because what they came here for, it has finally come to a halt. So it's just like that. And if your agent has, so I had this once from Instagram, there were people who were saying that how long does Qatar visa takes? Well, as a matter of fact, it depends, because your agent is not directly taking visas for you. Your agent is depending solely on the company to provide them your visa. So that is what the agents don't tell you, because we are human beings and they want to feel in charge, right? So definitely they're going to tell you, I'm still working on your visa. Trust me, they're not the ones working on your visa. The company that is employing you are the ones working on your visa. So for God knows, sometimes if you're very lucky, your visa comes just on time, but sometimes it takes time, because most of the companies here has to go through investigation to get you visas and things like that. So this guy on Instagram, he asked me if how long is his visa going to take. I told him I don't know. I asked him why, because he told me the agent says his visa is going to come in the next few weeks, and I showed him the process, to go to the MOI website and check if really his visa it's in process. He went to the MOI website and his visa hasn't been even proceeded with, so this was quite embarrassing and disappointing. But yeah, that is just about that. So if you are planning to come to Qatar right now, expect it to be, or if your agent has promised you a job now, or if he or she says he's bringing you to Qatar now, expect it to be after Ramadan, which is like 3 to 4 months approximately from now, because during Ramadan most of the companies over here, myself, I work just 4 hours during Ramadan, yeah, but in some other sectors they work like 6 hours during Ramadan. So but the basic timing over here, it's like 8 to 9 hours, right? So during Ramadan we cut it up, like we cut it into 2, and then we work just 6 hours because of the climate conditions, because it can get hot sometimes. So during the Ramadan we don't work full hours. So I think that is why most of the companies, this is not even new, this happens all the time. Ever since I came to Qatar, I've realized that during Ramadan everything comes to a halt. Most of the companies don't recruit. If you come to Qatar during Ramadan, then trust me, you are very lucky. Myself, I came to Qatar June, right, which was after Ramadan. Yeah, when I was coming to Qatar, I was very lucky. I came to Qatar on my birthday, 27th June. That was when I came to Qatar. I left Ghana 27th, I was here. So that is how it happened. So guys, just all about that. If you're planning to, by the way, I've been able to gather a few websites that are recruiting. These are legit websites. These are not websites that I got from anywhere. It was a few friends of mine that we came together to fish out this website to help you out. So maybe that is going to be my next video, companies that are recruiting both locally and internationally, and I'm going to share this link with you, so you can go through them. And these are direct companies that are recruiting. You don't have to go through agencies to take you any crazy sums of money and all of that. So yeah, anyways, my name is Malik Stella. I didn't even mention my name while I was starting this video. My name is Malik Stella, and if this is your first time on my channel, kindly make sure to subscribe. Let's elevate this channel to 7,000 subscribers and beyond. So thank you, stay safe, and I love you all. Bye bye.